Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to see today topic. We will see the direct marketing and public relation. So, how in a market this particular strategy works. So, to begin with, we have two types of strategies. One is direct marketing and public relations. Means to have a good public relations, we can cater our services in an efficient manner. So first, what is meant by direct marketing? We'll see. So the definition of direct marketing goes in such a manner that it is an approach to attempt the customer directly. It is personal approach to reach to the customers individual on one-to-one basis. The direct approach may be through sales, letters, circulars, leaflets, pamphlets, folders, brochures, and telemarketing, kiosks, website. Means whichever have face-to-face communication, uh, we can say this direct marketing. So it's an approach. Customer directly meeting with the customer and explaining about the product, about the company, about the benefit, about the certifications, and the need for the buying of this product can be explained easily, and we can get easily the feedback and we can answer their questions too. The requisites for success of direct marketing. Requisites means requirement of direct marketing. Comprehensive, reliable, and updated database you should have. So we need to know about who are our customers and where they resides, what are their requirements, we can say, and what are their interests, what is their economical background, and their standard of living, and their occupation, even gender also we need to know. So a updated database we need to have if you want to go for a direct marketing. Just you cannot go blindly and knock the door and tell about our product. So the colonies, the areas, the need for that particular product in that area, and the want for the people, and to cater the company services, there should be a receiver. So the receiver should need it, or he has to feel in future at least he is going to use that. So that updated database we need to have in order to do the direct market. Example: newspaper executive is there, and he is going to book the orders directly with the customer. He cannot go to a slum area and request for a newspaper because the newspaper readers are not there in that slum areas. We have a area wherein the people are educated people. Then you can move around. You can convince them to go for 1 month subscription of your newspaper. So, what I mean to say is the prerequisite should be a comprehensive, reliable, and updated database you need to have before you go for direct marketing. Proper targeting of markets and prospects. So, marketing of high quality products you have to go for. I think you would have seen iMovie of that uh, Aparchitu actor. In that iMovie, he was a model and he was doing some ads, ad making. If you want to, you can go back and watch that iMovie that is regarding the iVirus. It was given to a most perfect model, and he was ruined with that iVirus. then he is going to take the revenge. That is the part of the film. But normally his profession is a model. So a model, he has to do advertisement to promote the products of a particular company. He was working with a company. So he came to know that the ad which he was doing, that particular, I think it's an milk product, I think. He came to know that it is adulterated and it is harmful to the kids who are going to use that milk product. So he suddenly, he was upcoming model. He was in need of money, he in need of popularity, but still he rejected that particular ad because of adulteration of that particular product. So if you want to market anything, that should be very high quality product. If it is not a quality product, don't try to market or don't go with this direct marketing. So here in the marketing, we need to have some ethics. If we don't have ethics, we cannot do the marketing. Marketing is such a thing that we are going to make the audience or the customers or the consumers or the buyers to buy that particular product and use it and experience that quality and revisit, repurchase that particular products. Means we are going to persuade the people to buy that particular product. So if it is not quality product, don't try to market this. Don't try to promote also. So in a marketing, we are not going to exploit the customers or the consumers and telling about dubious things and exaggerating the product's qualities. We should not do sales. So that is the ethics in marketing. If you are perfect, having a knowledge about that product, about the side effects, negative effects, please try to explain. It is the responsibility of that customer whether he is going to buy or he is going to reject it. So we should be very particular in the high quality products whenever, because you are the students of marketing. So the first touch wood that you have to keep in your mind is the quality. We should not speak any lie about that particular product. And you can say that if you are going to tell the truth, the people may not buy that. If you are not going to tell the truth, you are going to lose the market in the future. If you are going to tell lie about that product, for few days you can do the sales. After that, there will be no sales and your company will not be there in the market. So what I mean to say is try to maintain a perfect quality oriented products and try to promote it. So assurance of proper after sales and service and warranties. If you have any warranty, tell that it is of 1 year, tell it is of 2 years, and you have to give an assurance and that after sales service will be given to. Continuous efforts to the prospect, new market, and retain existing one. So we should not lose the existing people and we have to continuously attract the and target the new markets. That is the requisites of direct marketing. So as a marketer or a marketing executive or a marketing student, you are pursuing this marketing subject. So compulsory, why I'm taking much time in this slide is because this is the core thing that any marketing executive, marketing manager, or a marketing professional should have this in your mind while doing the marketing. Forms of direct marketing. Door-to-door selling, home shopping is an example of direct marketing, wherein you are going to knock the door of each and every potential customer and you are going to give the information about the product, or you are going to demonstrate about the product, and you are going to tell the benefits about the product. But it depends on the consumer or the customer whether to buy or not. So we cannot force any customer to buy the things. What we can do is we can tell the features, we can tell the benefits, we can tell the pricing differentiation, we can tell about the quality differentiation and company differentiation. Then we can make the customer buy the product. Mail order system. Mail order system means through email or the post, we can do the selling. Vending machines, you would have seen the vending machines. Even ATM is a vending machine only. There we are going to get the money out of that. That is the product. And we have coffee vending machines in which we are going to drop a coin and then you are going to get a cup of coffee. So we have tea vending machines, and we have coin box communication system we were using earlier. Now everyone is using the mobiles, so that coin box system has been enabled, but still I could see one or two here and there. And we cannot find any STD booths or ISD booths now, because everyone is holding a mobile in their hands. That Geo has made a miracle that everyone possess at least a SIM, or without SIM, a small mobile, so that they can communicate. Online or internet marketing, this is done vividly nowadays, because this COVID has become pandemic. Everything has become online. This education sector is the last sector which have been converted to online in this situation. Earlier, we would have seen all the sectors, somehow or other, some part or some section has been computerized and they were going online transactions. But in education sector, drastically, even a government school teacher or a government school institution is running online. Example, that is our class now. This Palamuru University is a part of a government only, but still we are online. So this is the stage where we are going to market our goods also. So even you would have seen the websites, you would have seen the social media, and mostly so many apps are there, wherein you can see the different types of ads. If I reject clicking also, it is going to take me to somewhere to another website, and there pay per clip that fellow is going to get. So this what happens means internet, because COVID has gone pandemic within this year, we have experienced lot of online things. Even we have made lots of online transactions. Even when I purchased my mobile, I was not using any this either Paytm, Phone Pay, Google Pay, or Amazon Pay, and transaction net banking also I was not using. Soon after this, in the March 12, that first lockdown started. Then I have downloaded all the apps and I was searching for a vendor who is having that particular app. I used to transfer the money. And still now, since that 8 or 9 months, I have continued my transactions financially on online only. It's not about the money, it's about the situation, it's about the what is that perfectness, that is the efficiency of holding a particular instrument and working effectively. So even the ads you would have seen, we have gone in this pandemic situation, we have gone buying the accessories, essentials, and few items which are easily available in our market because of lockdown we could not get. Soon after this Amazon and Flipkarts, they have started this delivering the products. Everyone was doing. Even before the COVID, mostly people, some 50 to 25%, the people are going online transactions. So in direct marketing, internet and online marketing also is a another form of marketing in direct marketing. So telemarketing, you would have seen mostly real estate. Even before I starting the class, I was delayed with 5 or 10 minutes because of an online a telecall caller has been calling real estate. Some executive has called me, so I was rejecting that. I have to go for a class. I'll be talking soon after the class is completed. So the telecallers will be taking the numbers from the internet service providers or from the communications. They are going to buy the data and they are going to start calling the potential customers. That also comes in the direct marketing, mostly for all the services, for travel services, for plots, real estates, and for loans. All the bankers are using this telemarketing, but it has been so 50 to 60% successful because a customer needs an assistance and he has so many works that he cannot visit the bank. So the telecaller or the customer care, they are going to help out these type of customers, and they can market their goods and services also. And we have the insurance. Online we can be done. And the telemarketing, the people they are going to call, and I think it is very easy to close the sale. That is in the telemarketing. That is, it depends on the efficiency and the communication of that particular executives who are handling those calls. And normally you would have seen after sales service also we have the cold calls coming up in order to remind about the next sales, and they will be updating us with the new uh, models, that is the models of cars, models of vehicles, the new versions of softwares. They will be updating this because we are unaware of few things that are being updated, and some we have some doubts, we have some ambiguities that also can be cleared while talking to a customer over a phone. Multi-level marketing, this has been a very drastic, and there was a boom in the market when this multi-level marketing has come into being. You join first and make it two members, and those two members again they are going to get two members, and in this the huge volumes of stock will be pushed, and it will be the easier way to get connected to the people and earn so much of profits. But nowadays, this multi-level marketing (MLM) has been banned in some states and areas because there has been an exploitation of more and more multi-level marketing. Ethics have come down and exploitation of customers have been started. So MLM thing nowadays no one is encouraging, but still some organizations with good rules and regulations they are moving into. So these are another forms of direct marketing, wherein door-to-door selling, mail order selling, vending machines, online or internet marketing, telemarketing, multi-level marketing. These are the forms of direct marketing. We can say direct or direct. It depends on how you pronounce that particular word. So now we'll come to another type, that is public relations, that is PR. Public relations is a management function which tabulates public attitudes, defines the policies, procedures, and interests of an organization, followed by executing a program of action to earn public understanding and acceptance. So here, it's a function which establishes the public attitudes. Normally, they will be defining the policies, procedures, and interests of an organization by an executive program. So it is to have a relation with all the peoples. Now we can say in particular, public relation is deliberate effort. Means the company appoints a public relations officer. Now I am holding that post in our organization, that is Palamur University. I am public relations officer. So here deliberately we are going to meet the people and we are going to tell about our services. That is not from them. The public will not receive to us. We have to go to the public. That is deliberate effort that a PR or a marketing guy should do. A customer will come to a store, but executive will go to a customer. So he should have a cordial relationship with the public. Planned effort. We are going to plan for it. When to meet, whom to meet, how to meet, for what purpose, at what time, when to meet. So this planning we have to do. Otherwise, that particular activity will not be efficient. So to come for sustained effort, sustainable means it should be a greater effort, it should be a continuous effort, and it should be a standard effort that you have to do. Mutual understanding. There should be an understanding between a potential customer and a marketer. So some understanding will work out a more, because if you don't have an understanding, example, the language barrier will be there with so many people when they are going to do the marketing. If you have gone to other state and we doesn't know the local language, and if you are going to speak in English or in Hindi or in your mother tongue, the people will see as if it is like French, German you are speaking. So language barriers also will be there. If we have a language barrier, then the other side, the person cannot understand what you are saying. So there should be a mutual understanding. So there should not be any communication problems or language problems. So we need to be in a perfect what that other side of the person will be understanding our things. So we have to concentrate more on that. An organization. So public relation is a group of people who is going to work for an common good. Publics, people are involved over here. So now you can see the role of public relations to manage the relationship with the public, that is a client, that is a customer. So we need to interact with employees, the people who are working in our organization, and we need to interact with general public. We need to interact with our customers. We need to interact with our stockholders and the suppliers. If you don't have the relation, then you are not a public relationship officer. A marketing guy should have public relations. Means to manage relationship with the public, you need to mingle with employees in your organization. Each and every employee should recognize you. The general public, whenever you go out, you have to interact with them because you are an ambassador of your particular company. So your client may be a employee, a public, is a person from a public, or a customer, existing customer, or a potential customer, or a stockholder who is going to hold the stock. Example like dealers, retailers, wholesalers, distributors, commission agents, CF agents, carry and forward agents, or a middleman. And we have to have your client may be a supplier too, who is going to supply the raw materials. So the role of public relation is this. And what is the nature of public relation? It is an art and science of managing communication between an organization and its key constituents to build, manage, sustain its positive image. So the image of organization depends on you, and it depends on how you communicate between the other organization competitors, and how you're going to build, manage, sustain its positive image. Whenever you're going to work in an organization, compulsory you are part of the organization, and you are the brand ambassador of particular organization. You are the torch bearer of that organization. So, example, you are working in a Palamur University. I am working in the Palamur University. You are student of the Palamur University. So, whenever you go out, you are going to hold the image of our organization, not of yours. So, how you behave and how you communicate and how you do the activity, how does you work, the everything goes to your organization. The efficiency, the efforts, and the image you carry, that reflects your organization. So you should feel responsible for that positive image of your organization. Then only the people are going to be loyal to your brand. So you are the brand ambassador. If you are an employee of any organization, I am not exactly saying that Palamur University or an Usmania University or a Shatavahana University or a private university, any college or an institution, you should carry the image, that is a positive image we need to carry. That is the nature of the public relations. It involves evaluation of public attitudes and opinions. Whenever you speak and interact with the public, you will be gathering the data regarding our organization, our product, our employees, our movements, our policies. So we need to evaluate the attitudes and opinions of the people. Formulation and implementation of an organization procedures and policy regarding communication with its public means we need to formulate, implement organization policy. We should not deviate our policy. We should not deviate our procedures because that represents our organization. Coordination and communication programs, because you need to have an interaction with the people. So we need to conduct some communication programs, exchange communication, development rapport and goodwill through a two-way communication process. So a rapport should be there. Why the people? I have bought a Royal Bullet, that is a bike two-wheeler from a Royal Enfield showroom. After 2 or 3 months, they have called me. I said, "Why did you call me? Already I have bought my vehicle and regularly I am doing the service." "No, sir, this is a feedback. We need a feedback from your side about our servicing, about the product, and how you feel riding the Royal Enfield Bullet." I said, "Why do you need that?" They were saying that with the feedback of yours, we may improve our services. So, an organization should have a rapport with the customers to have more improvement in their processes, in their product, in their quality, and the designs also. If you don't have a communication, then it is very difficult. How you are going to improve your product? How you are going to improve your attitude? How you are going to improve the quality of your organization? How you are going to increase the sales of your organization? So these all things will add if you have a communication. Try to communicate well, communicate with a positive note, and try to communicate in a such a way that other person should understand. So regular rapport should be there, and we have to show our goodwill through two-way communications, fostering a positive relationship between an organization and its public constituents. So our organization, whenever you visit your client or a organization, another organization or a firm, compulsory try to be very positive and try to maintain a positive relationship. So we should be in such a way that I'm going to tell the secret of the marketing people. So you have to understand in such a way that uh, we should be knowing the pain behind their silence or a smile. If somebody is smiling, we should try to understand what is the pain behind them. And when they are behaving in a different manner or in anger, try to know the reason behind them. Try to know the reason why they have been rejecting the product, why they are getting irritated. Don't try and communicate when you are in an angry mood. So these are two or three things that every day a marketing, a public relationship person should maintain that. So when you are in anger, you should not speak or we should not think. If you are thinking in anger, compulsory there will be a disastrous. So we should be always positive. We should know the reasons behind the rejection of the product by the customers. That is the efficiency of a marketing executive or a public relations people, wherein we will be knowing the insights of customer rejection so that we can help our products or the organization to come out. See the objectives of public relations. Public relations provides an organization or an individual exposure to audiences using topics of public interest, new items that do not require direct payment. The aim is often to persuade the public, investors, partners, employees, other stakeholders to maintain a certain point of view about the company, its leadership, products, political decisions. A common activities include speaking at conferences, winning industry awards, working with the press, and employee communication. So here the main objective is there is no direct payments system here. The aim to make the people or all the clients what we have seen. I'll go to the earlier slide I have shown who are the people you are going to interact. These employees, general public, customers, stockholders, these all people, our aim is to persuade them and we have to cater our products and we have to give information about our company to them. So common activities I said in the PRs, that is public relations, speaking at conferences, winning industry awards, working with the press, employee communications. These are it provides relevant information on planning, technical and organizational developments, interventions, and their potential utilizations. The scope of public relation is wide and also include political field, entrepreneurs, teachers. Coming back to this entrepreneur, I want to say, entrepreneur who is a blind, he's of 40 years. Now he's owning a company. He is a CEO of that particular company in Hyderabad with 50 crores turnover. So entrepreneurship is such a thing that we, the people, can be benefited more, because an entrepreneur comes out with an idea and he is going to serve the society, and he is going to cater the goods and services in a simple form on the least pricing form, that is entrepreneurs. So in public relations we have a communication to the entrepreneurs, teachers, political leaders, social workers, religious leaders are all involved in public relations day in day out. In business, public relation is tool of management like marketing, production, and finance. It is investing and creating asset for an organization, which is finally reflected in improved performance, profitability, and growth of the organization. So the PR plays a wider role. Now we are going to see the scope. It is a window of cooperation through which the management can monitor external changes. We find regular conflicts between employer and employee, consumer and manufacturer, management and stakeholders, citizens, government, so on, due to misconceptions, misunderstandings. There will be a fight, conflict between these, the givers and takers. These are generally the major challenges where public relation practitioners can play a crucial role. They should get to know the psychology of the people mind and acquire the skill in solving and avoiding such conflicts. So, as a PR, you have a greater role and you need to remove the conflict. As a marketer, we have here consumer manufacturer conflicts and employer and employee conflicts, misconceptions and misunderstandings, you should remove as a public relation officer, because somebody says, why this mobile is given for only 1,000 rupees, why this geo is going to give free. So then as a PR you should tell that it is a type of strategy which are going to make public to use the communication. If you don't have a geo sim, example, nowadays in this pandemic situation, it have been a lot of adverse situation, because everyone is having a geo sim with them. If we ever you would have seen, before geo coming into the market, we have few and only internet service providers like Airtel, Aircel, and we have Tata Docomo, and we have uh, BSNL we had, and few of things, and the rates were very higher. When Jio has entered into the market, saying that it's totally free, then these service providers have stopped their pricing so competitive and they came down. See the entrepreneurship, the idea behind Geo. So this is what happens. So it's making psychological changes in the minds of people and catering the services and getting into the profits. Earlier it was free, then it has gone for 3 months. Now monthly also you can reach out. See the how they have entered into the market. Other public relations activities include publicity events. You would have seen Paytm and Yes Bank. They are going for giving Indian pre IPL matches. They are going to sponsor, and we have kabaddi leagues, some sports events. They are going to sponsor because of publicity. The people should know about the company. And books and other writings, collateral literature, offline and online, direct communication, blogs we have, social media we have, social networks we have, to communicate with that. So, functions, press relations. In the relations, presenting news and information about the organization in the positive light in the newspapers, and product publicity sponsors efforts to publicize our specific products. When new products are introduced to the market, the role of public relations plays a crucial in creating awareness and differentiating the product in the public eyes from other similar products. When existing products need a push, the public relations is on to improve the product visibility. Means they are going to promote the product. Corporate communication, the promoting understanding the organization through internal and external communications, lobbying, dealing with legislators, government officials, promote or defeat legislation things, counseling, advertising management about public issues and company positions, image during good times and crisis. Tools of public relations. One is press releases, they will be seen, and press kit, photography, photos they have to maintain, featuring the articles, printed materials, house organs, posters, exhibitions, bullet boards, audio visual material, speeches, sponsorship, public service activities, events. This all coming in the example a press release you can see on the screen. And Reebok used a press conference to announce sponsorship of Shakira. See that they are using this. So this is how a public relations and a direct marketing is going to be working, and this is how a promotion. See that actual our subject is promotion and distribution management. I said that fifth unit is dedicated for the distribution management, and all the 4 units are dedicated for the promotion. So marketing 4 P's are there. In that, third P is promotion. In that we have the promotion mix. In that, advertising, publicity, public relations, direct marketing, and we have internet marketing, and we have digital marketing also coming to being, and sales promotions are there, personal selling is there. So these are the tools where and how we are going to promote the particular products. So this is a particular topic I got for you today, and we will be meeting with some more topics